Hello and welcome back to Rented Space, or if you haven't been here before, thank you very much for joining us. This is my rented homestead. My name is Lindsay. I live here with my husband and with our three children. Three soon to be all adult children, 17, 20 and 22. Unfortunately, the sound did not work at all on this part of the recording, so I am just doing a voiceover. Excuse my voice, I am rather sick at the moment, so I am actually doing this from my sick bed. Anyhow, life goes on and the video needs to be edited. So I've just cut the inside, as you can see, of this dryer tub out, and I'm going to use it as a fruit tree pot. My idea is to use as much recycled goods as possible, purely because, being a rental, we are trying to save as much money as possible to be able to actually one day buy our own property. Keeping everything in pots also means that we are able to use everything from our rental properties in our new home. So, for instance, we can put all the pots onto the back of a trailer, move them to our new property when we finally buy one, and then go from there. The soil in these, I am going to use a mixture of recycled soil from last season's pots, for instance, my capsicums, tomatoes, that kind of thing, and fresh manure, for instance, chicken, cow, and horse. I will also be putting some fresh soil in, as well as compost that I've been making myself here on my 1 acre property. Now, we do live in the mid-north coast, and it has been extremely, extremely wet the last 18 months to 2 years. So, there are plenty of drainage holes in the bottom of these dryers, which I absolutely love. And having those means that I do have items that I can move around the yard, if I need be, because by being able to move them, it means I can use them as a screen from the front or sides of my home, as well as move them around as the season's weather changes. So I'm going to empty, so at the end of winter, I always like to empty out my Mr. Stacky pots and refill them with fresh soil ready for spring. So I'm going to finish emptying them into the bottom, put some compost, some manure and some dynamic lifter like chicken manure, cow manure, horse manure in them. I've got a mixture of all of it. Some fresh compost that isn't completely broken down, but it's pretty good. And then I've also got, they're uncomfortable. And then I've got some fresh soil that I'll put on top as well. So my idea is to have some decent garden pots now. These also have the holes on the bottom, so that'll be my drainage. And there is a spider in there, so let me get rid of it. Sorry, he was just trying to get out. I want to make sure he gets out so I don't bury him alive. Anyway, so we're going to head over to the other 5. I've got 6 in total, and we're going to get them done.
Okay. So, with a bit of help from hubby, getting me a new battery and a new blade, I've got those 3 cut, and so the one I've already cut, that's 4, and then these ones here, I'm actually thinking we're going to leave those ones because they have the indentation, and I don't know if you can really see, but there's not much. It's like 1 knuckle, so by the time I cut it, it'd be not much bigger than what it is, so I'm just going to leave that. But I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. Hang on a sec. So I just need to sand them up so they're nice and, well, they're not sharp, so they're not going to cut me every time I put something in them. That's them all done. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here is 5, and the one right up here is 6. All right. Yeah, I know. I'm more thinking sharp for me. I guess I'll wear glasses.
Well, if you just run under it, you can't do it like that because it'll grab like it was doing there. You basically just got to do it on that edge and on the top edge.
Yeah.
Those zags.
Yeah. That was the worst one because that was the one with the block thing. Yes, that fencing. Okay, so they are all cut and then they've been had all the sharp bits and excess bits removed. So now I'm going to lay them out where I want them, and then if I have time today I'll come back and fill them, but I've got a couple of other jobs I've got to do first. So, but while it was nice weather, I wanted to get this done because I can plant in, you know, sprinkly rain. So let's get them in their position and we'll call this video done. Alrighty, well, look, so thank you for joining me today. I think I've got them where I want them. I'm using them because that's my backyard there. This is sort of the front of the side of the house, and then the front yard there. But I kind of want these to be a bit of a windbreak and just a bit of a barrier from the front yard to the back, just, you know, for privacy, so that when people drive past at 20 k's, because that's what we are in our estate, it's 20 k's, is that not everyone's just constantly looking up the back while I'm bending over, head down, bum up in the garden. Anyway, thank you for joining me today with my video. I know it was a bit of a mash-up, but thank you for bearing with me. I've got apple pie in the slow cooker, like the apple pie filling, it's all done. And then I have dinner on the stove, on the wood stove. So that's all done for dinner, ready to go. And then I've done those pretty sore and tired today because we finished the fencing yesterday. I've had a huge week at work. Actually, I've had a few big weeks at work anyway. So I'm pretty shattered. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this bit of a mix up of a video, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.